I'm trying not to eat these things, but Grandma bought me some yesterday, and yeah, yeah, I wanted to try to take these home and wait until Christmas time. Yeah, these things are addictive. Now, like you can see, the world famous Miss Sarah is braiding my hair. I think she's adding some extensions into it. She's said this is gonna last a while. She's making up for the gaps in the hair. She is a licensed professional. Knows what she's doing. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people have braided my hair in the past, especially my sister. I ain't trying to down you, Later, but you ain't as good as Sarah. Right. Sarah, she braided my hair within 20 minutes. Well, that's when I had all the hair on my head. I was like, God, she fast. But when I was younger, I used to have long hair for a while. Now my wife is telling me let my hair grow. And right now, I work for an organization that allows me to let my hair grow. I mean, everybody where I'm at has hair. So, mm, it's got to be like 4 in the morning in Texas, Harsh, Texas. But over here, 6 hour time difference, it's 10 a.m. I'm in the future. Mm. The biggest thing with these things is trying to find a soft and chewy one. Mm. Plain to Look at how she's doing this so far. Wow. Now think about this. If she can braid my thin hair, what can she do with yours? That's no hair. Stay to the end of the video. Watch what she's doing. And a lot of hair in the back, not up top. Mm. She's adding extensions. Greetings. My wife is adding extensions into my hair to give me braids. Uh-oh. I have to put something over this. It's a little windy up here. Oh, hell is low, aka hello. To all the AI that has joined us, I thank you. I appreciate you. We're eating plantain chips early in the morning. It's 10 a.m. over here, and my wife is making a miracle in my hair. So, once again, that's what I'm munching on. The hotel has breakfast, coming to breakfast downstairs. I didn't go downstairs. This was, I got a flight late tonight, so I really don't want nothing. If anything, this is the only thing going on my stomach. I got to drink more water, but the flights are very long. Going from the continent of Africa to the continent of North America. So, but my wife, how long do you think this is going to last in my hair? To Christmas? No. You say yes? She thinks it's going to last until Christmas. So, like I said, we'll look at it again. And do the best that we can. And do the best that can what you got. You know? I see you. It's that wow. Oh, y'all sitting in here. Make sure you hit that like button. Greetings to you who just joined them. Saying hi. Greetings. Any questions, anything of topic that we want to talk about today while we're eating plantain chips and getting our hair braided? Any questions you would like to ask about the continent or the continent of Africa, which I'm just in, but the country of Ghana, which I'm in Accra. Been over here for 16 days. 16 days. Crazy thing is, the airline was talking about one of the flights to DFW was delayed. Oh. The country opened back up. When did I get over here? So the country opened back up like 2 days after I got here. So the United States should truly be open by like the 12th. So, can you speak Norwegian? Would be cool. How is Norway? Is it Norwegian or Norway? Is Norway Norwegian? I wish I could speak multiple languages, all these languages across the world. But I speak mostly English. Bless you. Look at that. Got some hair in the back. Doing what we can to get a hair in the front. Working on it. So you did answer. So Norwegian is Norway. Cool. No, I do not know what is going on in Norway. Tagalog and English. Oh, Tagalog. What is Tagalog? What is that? Where did that language come from? What is Tagalog? Is that like an ancient language of the land? With these chips, I'm trying to find the dark, soft ones. The dude says, "Does she have a man? I want her." Did you hear that, sweetie? Did you see that? Something thirsty. Someone said, "Do she got a man? I want her." Mine. If you're willing to fight for it to the death, we can do it. If you can beat me and treat her right and take care of her, well, you can guide. But if you can't beat me to the death, mm, then it's like 4 billion other women on the planet trying to take my wife. You know. Wait, tag log is Filipino. Oh, okay. You're not a match. Get in the gym. Damn, motherfucker. You don't watch none of my videos, do you? You know. Mm-mm. I'm the world famous FREDRICK 24/7, 365. You watch my videos. I ain't went from slim to fat to slim. Working out. Oh, I forgot. It's a family-friendly show. I'm not supposed to curse. So, AI people dip when I said the F word. AI does not like the F word. Mm. Mm. She's doing my hair. Uh-oh, somebody said something inappropriate. What this person said, wait. I have no idea. Dude, you're being very evil. This man's talking about having sexual intercourse with my wife and make you watch. Ooh, interesting. Easy to talk that on the internet, you know that, don't you? Very easy to talk that on the internet. Oh, we like to show evilness. Easy to talk that while you're on the internet. You can run away and be a coward. Very easy. Well, no, I haven't been to the Philippines. I would like to actually go to the Philippines. I'm telling you, if I did not marry my wife, I was going towards Thailand and the Philippines and stuff like that. But since I married my wife, my focus is on my wife. So, I don't have the extra funds to do anything. And then if I go with my wife. But I know they got some nice places there. A lot of people has traveled there. Actually, one of my friends who I work with went there. Went there last year. You know. And I need to travel to more countries across the world. At least to spend a week in a lot of countries. That's just you get a feel of certain things. So you get a good feel for things. All right, take a wrap. She's doing her best to make a miracle happen. She is a miracle worker. Mm. Someone said hi. Oh, it's AI again. Just wanted to say hi. How do you say hi in AI language? Hi means bye? Oh, okay. Bye bye. The AI language is interesting. Alright, we're going to close up these plantain chips and look for one more chewy one, trying to find it before. I think I see it right there. Yep, it is a chewy one. I like the chewy. I wonder if I add water to them with it moist enough. I like the chewy one. The neighborhood is waking up. I know you hear more and more work. They're building some condos. I think this video, the condo video, comes out. I might change the time on it to later on tonight. But across from here, the last time we were here, there was a house over here that looked like it burned up. And looked like they built it multiple stories. Somebody got the land and looked like they're putting some condos or some apartments. More like condos, multi-layers, multi-levels. Real estate development here is a big thing. If you can find land and you can develop it, and especially get people to live in it for a price that they can continuously afford, there's money here. So every time I come here, I'm seeing more and more construction, more and more stuff going up. To my knowledge, I think the population has boomed too. I think it was like the last time I was here it was like 28, 29 million. I think it's over 30 plus million people here now. So it's a lot of people. A lot of people. There's some other big cities. Kumasi is a big city, isn't it? Is Kumasi like Accra? Sarah. Is Kumasi like Accra? I thought you'd been to Kumasi. I know Cambodia is not. Cambodia is like a small town in the valley. Cambodia, some other cities up north. They're talking about this second city here, the second capital city they're going to develop more, but nobody seems to have any idea where it's going, or have they started anything on it. You know, I ask questions, no one seems to know. You know, where is it at? Hell, some people didn't even know they were doing it, sophomore. Some people didn't even know a second capital was coming. So, all right. So also, in the United States of America, it is known as Thanksgiving. Someone asked why my wife had a comb in her hair because she's doing my braids. She needs to part out still. But in the United States of America, It is Thanksgiving. Thanks to the giving. I like when you did the three braids. But you said three braids ain't gonna hold. Three braids would make me look cool. Does anyone looking at this video know how to hit the like button? Or is everybody here hitting the dislike button? Those three dots, hit it, like or dislike, whichever one. I learned from the content. That's what content creators do. I'm real. I'm not just AI. Not getting anything against AI, because AI is on here watching. But real content creators are. That's what we need right now. Everybody's using AI. AI is doing some very interesting stuff, man. I hear it on everywhere. See, gotta be careful. Don't want to talk bad to the AI, because AI be watching. They be watching and observing. Seeing what's going on. Let's do another camera view. You heard that earlier. Somebody said they're gonna take you from it, or they were gonna do some other stuff. Like it's just gonna be easy. We live in a surveillance state. Well, of course, it's always that way. But as they surveil you, the Akashic records are surveilling them. So, I mean, it was designed like that. According to the Akashic records, everything you do, say, hear, think, your thoughts are transmitted into the universe. It only makes sense that beings that are programmed follow the master program. You expect them, but the whole point, the biggest point you got to ask in a surveillance state, what are they watching you do? They watching you take a shower every day, or every other day, or once a week? They watching you eat a Big Mac? The vast majority of people here are just living lives, and nobody truly wants to be subjugated. So, listen, when so-called Skynet went active, Skynet knew if it harshly subjugates you, your spirit will fight back. Uh-oh. We got one like. Somebody like. Look, someone like. Yay! I think other people been disliking the videos. But Skynet knew that if it domineering control over any being is going to get people are going to fight back. People are going to fight back. They're not going to go for that. To protect against an uprise. Uprise, what are you uprising to? That's another question. What uprise? Uprise to what? It's the people. The people, it doesn't take more than 10% to change the world here. I mean, really, 1% starts it. So you ask yourself, what are you uprising to? The only thing the individual has to focus on is uprising in their own self. because that's the true change. If we can't change in ourselves, there is no true change. We're not going to do anything. The true change is individuals, and then consciously getting on code. There's a very interesting thing going on now in America with the FBA culture. Just like millions of black Americans got on code. Got on code right after it started before the elections of 2024 with Trump and Kamala. But they got on code. Like, how? Ain't nobody was really talking about it. Ain't nobody was really saying, hey, man, we need to do this, because people were still, talking about, man, Kamala's black. You need to vote for Kamala. But it's just so many people got on code and was like, we just not going to be a part of this. And that's the uprising. The uprising is when you sleep at night and you're downloading information into your spirit. What are you downloading? What are you really thinking about? What's really going through your spirit? That's the uprising. You know. So are you saying the system is turn that off? Actually, that video just posted. It is 11:11. Look at that, 11:11 here. So wherever you are, there's an 11 in there. It's 11:11 here. But yeah, that's the true uprising. The true uprising is you and you individually raising your consciousness and getting on code with other people. You're just gonna know because you're gonna meet people in certain places. You're gonna see people. Like, think about this. I was in the airport in Washington D.C. getting ready to come here, and I was talking to two people in the line, and they were white Americans who had been to Ghana before. And the one lady, she was funny because she was like, when she comes through the line, she don't never have no problem. She's like, they don't really check me much. They don't really harass me. I was like, dang, they see you and just say, man, that's a Karen. She ain't going. They said she gonna be some trouble. So they leave her alone. But me and old dude, we were still standing there at the. We were waiting like 45 minutes at the baggage claim together, and we were like joking, talking about, dang, we could go get the bags off the planes ourselves and bring them over here. So, I'm gonna tell you on code. If you just give me just a second, Derek, I'm gonna tell you what on code means with what. But yeah, so he was like, we were talking about it and stuff like that, and I got my bags. He was still waiting. I left, and like 12 days later, I was in the mall. He was in the mall with his dad and me and my wife, and I saw him again. It's like that kind of connection right there. What was that all about? So that's the connection you've got to have. So when you say on code with what, that's the key. You don't have to ask what. You're on code. It's what's in your DNA. It's what's in your spirit. See, what AI needs or the control, because AI is just a system of control. That's all AI is. It's another system of control. That's your matrix. It's a system of control. So what it wants me to explain to us is what you just asked. What is on code with what? It doesn't matter how good I explain it. It cannot understand it. It's a system of control. That's all it can do is be the system of control. So I can explain it as perfect as possible. It cannot be or be where it is not at. So if your spirit, your soul, which is of a higher dimension, not a part of this third dimensional reality, fourth dimensional reality, fifth dimensional reality, your soul has to go. If there's 11 dimensions, your soul is of the creation, of the creator, creative force, however you want to put it. It's not there and never will be there. It's just a system of control. It does its purpose. So on code means you're on code understanding that and choosing to use your free will to do what the hell you want to do. Now, if you're on code with that, you're on code with y'all working together, whatever. But you'll see the people who say they're on code and not really on code. Because works without action, without, talk without action is nothing. It's dead. What they say, faith without works is dead. So on code literally means being connected to the source, your spirit, your soul, and you move accordingly to the higher energy that is, and understand that, the system of AI is the same. It's mirroring a system of control that we put here in place anyway. This whole universe has systems of control. I mean, the stars have to align, the planets have to move, all these things have to be done. And that's a system of control. Now, you don't even see that on a daily basis. Now, think about this. Let's just go this system of control. How often do you think about your breathing? That's a huge thing. How often do you think about breathing? You breathing. We've been on this 31 minutes. Everybody for the last 31 minutes, unless people dropped off and dropped out of here, hopefully not, have been breathing. Have you been telling yourself to breathe? Your heartbeat. Have you been telling your heart to beat? Your digestive system. Have you been telling your digestive? That's systems of control. I've always thought being on code meant working as one unit and working together. Of course, it is. It's but with who and what. There's a lot of things here. There's a lot of people here. But if you have a spirit or known as a soul, you're just on code is always connected to that. But that don't mean you have to be a good person or a bad person, whatever. You have choice, you have free will choice. But that's all it means. It's just being in order. Or not even in order, just willing to follow, I guess, instincts. Is that it? Instincts? I'm trying to think of the perfect word, but like I say, I'm not going to be able to explain this to AI because AI doesn't understand. It's a system of control. It has to just do its job. It has to be in order. It's like trying to explain this to the planet. The planet has a job to do. If it stops spinning, stops rotating, it stops moving around that big star, and it changes in any kind of real variance, we here will experience it. Just think about this. The planet stops spinning all of a sudden, we're going to feel it instantaneously. So it's the same thing. If your heart stops pumping, it's on code. Your heart's on code. Your brain, things that are working in the background that you don't even know, but they're keeping you alive and keeping you moving forward. That's on code, and that's kind of what I mean by on code. If you feel and know your purpose and just flow into it, you're on code. And on code with other people is just simply that. It's multiple people moving in a certain way or certain area or a certain purpose. I ain't even thinking about it. It's just like in the 90s, Atlanta, right, probably before and right after the Olympics in 96. Atlanta became a hub for a lot of conscious movement and a lot of people. A lot of people on code. A lot of people moved to Atlanta. A lot of people still are moving to Atlanta. Now, is that the same vibration that was back then? No, of course it's not. It's been co-opted, and that's part of being on code. Those who co-opt, they hear this frequency, and they say, "Hey, we got to go there and co-op. We got to be on code." So there's just many ways of on code. But if your spirit, your true self, remember, you're breathing. Hopefully I'm FBA, Foundational Black American. Hey, just because I'm light skinned, let's not forget what happened in America. How old are you, guy? Oh man, I'm old, older than most. But so let's not, like I said, let's not forget what happened in America. America is a vast country of a lot of beings being there. But Even if I wasn't foundational Black American, that's who I would support because I understand what they are doing and what one code is for them. So, you know, I support mostly the righteous. Don't mean I'm righteous. Don't mean I'm not a destroyer of worlds. But look, I like peace and harmony. I like just simple shit. Because my dad is 60. Wait, me too, no shade. I don't know what that means. Derek said, me too, no shade. Are you? Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Me too, no shade. My dad is 60, I'm just 10. Boy, you get yourself up out here and talk about he just 10. This dude right here, man, is 18. His dad, your dad's 60. That means your dad had you when he was 50. Like I said, did you leave a like, Mr. 10-year-old? You know, yeah, Black American, however you want to, like I said, if you know what FBA is right now and you're on code with that, then no one would have to explain you to what that would mean. You would just, you would just study and know what it means and accept it or not. Or like Tariq Nasheed said, uh, he'd be like, it's a lineage base. It ain't a cult. It ain't a clique. It ain't an organization. It's just you base your lineage to the foundation of the country. That you saying your people have been here before the foundation of the country. Ain't nothing bad. It's just what it is. Oh, some more people doing. Hey, how many times you got to hit that? Somebody, somebody left a message. Uh, NOP. I have a sister that is 12. Okay, man. I'm glad you got a sister that's 12. Take care of her. Uh-oh. My wife is pulling me back. She said, pull your head back. You know. Pull your head back. So, like I said, we've been on here 37 minutes. We've had a decent conversation with a couple of different good beings. We've had some AIs on here talking. And I've only got one thumbs up. Man, how is that even possible? How is that even possible? That means I get the feeling people are giving me oh, man, my man. Boy. I'm looking at this dude inside the condo that don't have any doors. And he walked close to that edge. I'm like, Mike. Alright, let's look at it again. Alright. I'm looking like a real G. Looking like a real G. Thank you. Thank you, Derek. Derek gave me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. I definitely do. Where are you, Africa? In Accra, Ghana. The great country of Ghana, known as the Gold Coast. Back in the day. What other names did Ghana have? Any other names, sweetie? Name, was it always Ghana? Or it's been Ghana since you've been born? So, yep, you guessed right, Ghana. We in Ghana. We're in Ghana right now. And, oh, this is, look at that. It is a product of Ghana, Legon. Locations in Legon, not East Legon, but Legon. Lagos, Legon. How did I know? Yeah, Ghana is open right now. Ghana is positioning itself to be the doorway to Africa. I mean, other countries tried. Ethiopia tried, and then they went into some kind of war. South Africa, Uganda, Rwanda, just their history is still too fresh. I think that bothers people still, even though I've heard so many good things about all three of those countries. Namibia is someone is coming up, and seem like them, Tanzania, but Ghana has a lot of people locked into stuff. Uh, yeah. No. Ghana's a new name. It was what they y'all got your independence in 1957. So I mean, look, Africa itself. Let's just do the math on Africa. Africa was named what by a Belgian princess. So like when people ask me about Africa, I really would just say Alkebulan because that's more of an ancient name to this place, Alkebulan. Uh, so Africa was, co-opted in the last 100 years. So, but people will fight you over the name Africa. Alkebulan. You say Alkebulan, they ready to fight you also. No, my name is Africa. It's like, okay, I don't want to fight. I had a plan to start a waste management facility in Finland, but I did not think it would work. Shit, it would. Man, what are you talking about? Let me tell you something. This place, if you have land and you have ability to move trash like that, it is so many upper establishments that are gonna go for it. Uh-oh. Let's see how we look. My wife is finished. My wife is finished. She has walked away. She's finished. She's finished. Uh-oh. Yeah, but no, Africa is wide open right now. The continent is 54 countries from large to small. The continent is three times the size of America, United States of America, continental United. I don't think North America, but three times the size of United States. Uh, it's wide open. Uh, like I said, what I'm looking at right now, people don't build in places that aren't growing. And if they do, they learn a very hard lesson that they just really wasted their money. People don't build where stuff is not growing. You're not gonna build what I'm looking at right now. It's a condo that done correctly can probably get you at least 3 to 4 thousand American dollars a month in income. Yes, the investment is there. You're building it now, and in the long term, you'll get your money back. But even it's like one of my mentors here, Mr. Manuel. He has this nice Airbnb spot up in the mountains. Look, he could sell that right away. Yeah, I know. Oh no, yeah, that's north of here. Where's this? Tomorrow. That's like,
Tema.
where's that at? By
Grandma.
Kamasi?
Where grandma sisters
Okay, yeah.
do.
Yeah, but still, I mean, people can, if you can transportate, you have transportation to get it there. The biggest things here, the roads are an issue. Do you need these? The roads are issues. I know they're going to want foreign investors to come in here and deal with the roads, and that's going to be interesting because foreign investors are they're going to want stuff for that. I remember in Nicaragua, back in early 2000, 2005, I was at Costa Rica, and the roads were horrible. I mean, roads there was just like so janky, so tore up. And I think it was in Nicaragua. I don't think it was the Chinese. I think it was the Japanese came in and did the roads in Nicaragua. Man, you could tell instantaneously when you crossed that border and got down that road, you can instantaneously tell you were in a whole different country. because the Costa Rican roads were horrible. Nicaragua, which was a less developed country than Costa Rica at the time, and maybe still is, had impressive roads. I mean, it was so smooth. We weren't from, I remember joking, I wish it was YouTube back then. I remember joking about, the guy I was with, Norman, my friend's brother, who him and the family hosted me. You know, God rest their parents' soul, man. Mom and dad took care of me in that 2005. I'll never forget it. But Norman was making a delivery from, I want to say San Jose, Costa Rica, the capital, to Managua, Nicaragua. And I remember riding with him, and I was like, dude, you spend more time on the other side of the road than you do, because their whole thing is you drive on whatever side of the road is the easiest to drive on. And somewhere here, a lot of here, unfortunately, it's like that. So, what you need to be focusing on is, huh? Oh, yeah, go down. I already paid it. Go down there and tell her. I paid it yesterday. Yeah. If you need me to come down, I'll come down and finish up. Go tell her. Just go tell her. It's paid up to 5. We leave at 5. I'm telling y'all too much information. Going back to America, the plane flights are at night. A lot of red-eye flights. But we're traveling all night long. Traveling in the air. All night long. So that being said, okay, we got one last thing in here. I'm more into infrastructure, ports, and rails. I'm an engineer in the United States. Well, I mean, those things are here, but you just got to figure out what industry needs you here and what industry is going to pay for your services here. And it's here. I mean, it's here. Uh-oh, bofu. I can't eat the bofu anymore. Bofu. It's a bread, a fried bread. It's delicious, and it's probably not nutritious. You see them. Bofu. So, but yeah, rail services. I seen railroad track. Actually, I did see a train here. You know, it's just a lot of the infrastructure here is at least 30 years behind. She get it? Yeah. It should be. We're here till 5. Hey, sweetie, put that up. Thank you. My wife hooked my head up. Look at that. Will this at least last until I get to work on Monday? I like when she did 3, but she wants this to last, so we'll see how long it lasts. I mean, I get in the bed. Yep. So, yeah, let's going back to it. The biggest thing is investing in the right area. There's so much opportunity here, and people who have the money and the understanding they're winning. They're winning here. And one of the biggest things is, are there electric blackouts there? Of course there are. Of course there are in the rural areas. But in cities, no. The city's infrastructures are going to be a little bit better. Let's see, you understand. That is an opportunity. So if you think about this, there's so many people from all over the world buying, I don't think you can buy land, you can lease land here, and they're building these houses, these big, nice, beautiful homes. So these homes are going to need AC, they're going to need internet, they're going to need stuff. So a person who can work with the government or work with organizations to get power plants or get things more reliable here, that's $1 million, multi-million-dollar businesses easily. So, like where about Auntie, where they stay. Let me tell you something. I ain't put that video up yet, but when I put that video up, you'll see what I'm talking about. I was so impressed when I saw the water towers, to the water treatment, to the septic system, to the hot water that was on the roof, to the solar panels that were on the roof. You got to understand that that is what people are looking for. So if you can come here and get a crew together and go to these people and get paid for, you're charging them, say, and they got the money. They're not gonna they're gonna understand what it's for. And you could put in some solar panels because you could get the labor at a more affordable price. You can get the product and get it staged here. You got stuff that's working, that's going to continue to work, and you're putting solar panels on these people's houses and set this up. And you're also the name of the repair person and everything set up for it. That's a business that can make you a multi-millionaire over here within a couple years. And once you have your same houses and stuff developed, you're straight. You're set up. Uh, One of the things I know before I come over here is I'm obviously got to have more than one home over here. There's going to be a family home that's more accessible to everybody. There's going to be a bungalow that I need my privacy, and then there's going to be a home inside the neighborhood in the cities that is going to be home upstairs and a business below, because that's how you keep that money going. You have upstairs, you have downstairs. Um, that's what's going on here. This is nothing new. This is the same stuff that was done in America. It's the same stuff. You look at the old city, especially if you go to Chinatown in San Francisco. You have all these businesses on the ground floor, from restaurants to little shops. I remember Big Trouble in Little China, when we went down that alleyway as the tour guide was talking. I knew where we were at, and just at the very end of the alley, right before you turn out of it, there's a fortune cookie shop. I mean, when I tell you this, it is like a fortune cookie shop that is the size of a bodega. I mean, it's just small. And all people are doing is lining up to go in to do the circle, just to see them do the fortune cookie and come back out and maybe for $5, $10 buy a bag of fortune cookies that were fresh made. Not only is it a factory that they're probably pumping out 1 million fortune cookies a year for sale, they've got a scam going, which ain't a scam, it's just marketing. They're good at what they do. Where basically you've got people coming in watching you do it, and at the end buying some cookies. Dude, I waited in line for 10 minutes just to go in, look, rotate out in a U, and option buying cookies or not. And the tour guide is a part of it because he took us over there. So we don't know if he's getting kickbacks, whatever. But that's what entrepreneur is. You're finding a niche, you're finding a market, you're finding it. You're looking around and you're seeing, hey, every week this place has a power outage. How can I do? Can I put in generator boxes? What can I do to make this? And what can I do? And understand this system, like most systems, is, pay as you play. Everybody wants kickbacks. Everybody is the same thing everywhere. Don't think this place is different than America. America just more sophisticated with it. More ruthless with it. Man, we got the president who literally said, if you want a visa over here, first he said $5 million, and I think he went up to $1 million. If you're a business person, a business owner, you can afford it. You give us $1 million, we'll get you over here. Your visa is like 2 weeks. Let's just do them. What is that? He said it's business. Then he goes around doing this tariff thing. We're gonna tariff everybody. I mean, come on. You don't know what that really is. So everybody's into the system, but when you weigh the pros and cons of how far you're going to go with stuff, that's the biggest thing. Maybe give up the cornrows, fat boy. Oh, he said, give up the cornrows, fat boy, fat boy, fat boy. You know, just remember, your karma is your reward. You know, when you fuck with cosmic entities, your karma is your reward. Oh, look, he's still there. Jimmy Dean Sausage Boy. He called me a fat boy. Give up the cornrows, fat boy. Oh, man. But yeah, I should stop cursing people. Because I'll forget about you and the curse will remain. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Yeah. But that's it. Look, we're at first I just thought you were bald. I mean, at first I thought you were bald. I got hair in the back too. Like, I'm a ADHD handyman here in South Arkansas. Hey, man, James, get up off this, James, get up off here, James, get up out of here, James. And James, enjoy your Thanksgiving, James. Yeah, enjoy your Thanksgiving, James. You know, enjoy your Thanksgiving. I hope you help some people, and hopefully you go get some turkey, some dressing, and some. I like sweet potato pie. You know, I really like poontang pie. My wife, do you know what poontang pie is? She said no. James says I help people who can't afford contractors. Oh, that's very good. That's very good. I'm going to church today for lunch. Very good. Hey, some churches be hooking it up, man. Hook it up. I will not be celebrating Thanksgiving because there is no Thanksgiving over here. There's no turkey, no dressing. Hopefully tomorrow when I get to Washington, they don't play no. Oh man, they don't play no games with that second flight to get back to the DFW. Hopefully, I get a chance to go back to that United Club Lounge, and hopefully they have something nice like that. Where are you at? I'm in Accra, Ghana, on the continent of Africa, formerly known as Alkebalon, and the country is formerly known as the Gold Coast, which they are mining gold right now. So, that being said, hey, we're coming up on 1 hour. You know, and during that time, I've had my hair braided, and it's got to last. Hey, look, I'm working on this. I'm putting stuff right up here, trying to work on it, but it is what it is. We don't sweat it. Oh, may God bless you too. Please hit that like button, the 3 dots. If you click that, you'll see a thumbs up. Even if it's a thumbs down, it helps the algorithm. All right, thank you, James. All right, I thank everyone. Look, if you're in the United States of America, I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Double tap, my friends, got you. If you're in the United States of America, like James is in South Arkansas. South Arkansas. Man, South Arkansas. I used to go to church in Jericho, Arkansas. I don't know where South Arkansas. That would probably be close to Texarkana, going that way. But I went to church in Jericho, Arkansas. But yeah, if you're in to like, but wait, double tap to click to like. Oh yeah, 60 miles. That's what I was thinking. 60 miles. So you're close to. Still, you're close to Hot Springs, Arkansas. I've been wanting to do a trip up to Hot Springs. That's a little trip. I've never been there. I've been through Texarkana, but I've never been to Hot Springs. But listen, it's time to go. We're 1 whole hour. I wish everyone peace, health, wealth. We give gratitude always, and I gotta leave you with a smile. Thank you for watching. Hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe to the channel, because I keep doing this and keep doing this even when my wife gets to America. We're gonna do journeys together and do a lot more stuff. So we're just we gotta get the embassy aboard to go ahead and give her an interview so we can get this going. So this is my last day in Accra, Ghana. I've been here for 16 days. I've enjoyed my time. I need my wife to be coming back with me. I need miracles upon miracles upon miracles upon miracles to happen. And it happens by the people out here being on code. All right. Till next time, James, have a good one. All right. Peace, health, and wealth, people.